This is the Zac Anesbury Show.
Welcome. On today's podcast clip, we have the marketing coordinator for postgraduate coursework at the University of Adelaide, Danielle Talbot. So we've heard quite a lot about your education. Obviously, you are highly educated, which is unsurprising to me. What's kind of new to me, which is like, I guess, after you've left sort of University of South Australia. So I'm really quite fascinated about this. You have so much experience, but where I want to go is actually kind of go back in time to when you first started in almost like a customer facing role within like Target or Target. We used to call it Target, right? To try to sound fancy when we were younger. In a similar manner, like, so I worked at Big W since I was 14, and I can see benefits from, and actually some downsides as well, but mostly benefits from having done that. And I was just curious as to about what your perspective was working in like a similar type of retail role.
Yeah. Target was, it was so much fun. Sometimes I just miss it and I just wish I could go, redo an hour back at Target. It was just, such a great first job to have. I really, really loved retail. And I think I started out as a checkout chick and I worked across kind of sales, refunds, lay-by at the time when they had lay-by, even greeted people at the door as they were coming in and handing out catalogs. And then I kind of transitioned into when online orders started coming through a bit more. So the pick, pack and dispatch. So focusing on, getting those kind of items to people in their online orders. So I guess I kind of worked across a few areas of the business, stock taking and all those sorts of things. I think just having that type of role, I think whether it be in retail or hospitality, it just teaches you such important life skills, from communication to problem solving to conflict resolution, I think is a big one, building up a team. And I think for me as well, that was my first kind of role, being able to actually lead and mentor other people as well. So it was a great way to start my career, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think that's something that if you're an undergraduate student potentially enrolled in my marketing course and you're listening to this and you think, am I wasting my time or am I unfortunate to need to do retail or hospitality or any sort of job when you are still studying? I think what you can see here is that someone as successful as Danielle, that's what she did, and she found it extremely beneficial. And like you said, mentoring and mentee sort of relationships at the beginning, conflict management's a big one, right? Especially working in those high pressure situations. So that's really, really nice to hear. And I agree with you 100% on that. That walking into my first, I guess what you'd call like real job, like full-time job, those skills I think have helped for sure. You've done a number of internships. Now, this is something I'm not very familiar with at all. So I'd love you to run us through, how you found internships, how you managed to apply for them, and I guess kind of what they involved and anything that you sort of learned from them. I suppose that's 4 questions. How dare I load you up so much?
No, all good. Internships I think are the most crucial thing that you can do as an undergrad student. I think it's expected essentially now, I would say. I think you are going into roles now, especially in marketing, where it might be an entry-level role. And unfortunately, some of those times, an entry-level role will still require a little bit of experience. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. And I think anything that you can do while you're an undergraduate student to gain a little bit of extra real-world skills is, hugely beneficial. So for me, I did my first internship with SA Style magazine. So I was invited to do that through the university after receiving the Ehrenberg Scholarship. So this was a really great opportunity, number one, for me, of course, to promote myself, gain some skills, and actually kind of be in a real world office in marketing and comms. But it was also kind of a great opportunity for the university to promote our marketing programs as well. So it was a kind of twofold opportunity for us there. So I got to work with the editor and the marketing manager on one of their issues. And I really got to do some really cool things, from blog writing. I contributed to their web redesign. And I also got to go on some really amazing shoots for a few restaurants in Adelaide, and also a few fashion shoots as well, which was super exciting. And the magazine was, it had a little section on me and marketing at UniSA. So Mum was really proud of that one. But it was just great to be able to network again. I think it always comes down to networking and just having on my resume that I actually did some work in the real world. I've had those professional conversations. I've learned about what work attire to wear. I have, just had those professional experiences that are so crucial as you go into the real world.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely incredible. That for someone who, you were in your undergraduate, were you?
Yeah, that was my first probably 6 months, which was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you're going on these shoots and being around people who are actually doing stuff. I think it's really cool how you had that little section in the magazine. I bet your mum's still got a copy.
Yeah. All the family's got a copy, I think.
Not that you haven't done a lot since, right? Proud parent moments. I think that's kind of what the graduations are about as well. I'm very much over, every time I've gone to the graduation, I'm like, graduation. But as parents are there with their little cameras.
Such a proud moment. And I guess the other internship that I had, I actually gained that through the relationship that my mentor, as part of the UniSA mentor program, had with this person. So this was at Guildhouse, which is a not-for-profit organisation which supports visual artists, craftspeople and designers to really build up sustainable careers. So that was such a great experience, and actually being able to apply my marketing skills to something that had like a greater cause as well. It wasn't just a brand, it was a not-for-profit. So I was helping them build up their membership growth strategy and putting that real marketing lens on building up their members. And I really helped on, market research, their website redevelopment, content migration. And I think it was just another great opportunity to be able to apply all of my learnings from university into that real world job. So I was there 2 days a week for almost a year. So it was just such a great kind of opportunity. And I could actually lead something myself within that role and have guidance from the CEO and that marketing team. So that was a great experience too.
Yeah, I mean, they must have had a lot of faith in you to let you actually lead projects at that age. That's really impressive.
Hey guys, it's Zac Anesbury here with just a couple of quick reminders. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, then make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. There are plenty more interviews to come with some of the world's leading marketing academics and practitioners. You do not want to miss these. In the meantime, if you're looking for another way to connect, then follow me on Twitter at Zac Anesbury. That is ZACANESBURY. For my take on the marketing issues of the day.
That was the Zac Anesbury Show.